Bible tells you not to be beside yourself. Like, your problems are not the only ones that matter. Like, really, at all. There are people who aren't eating. There are people who don't have places to sleep. Hell, there's somebody that just died right now. As I'm speaking to you, people just died. So it's like, your problems are never as big as they are. And no matter what you're going through, there's somebody that's going through something that's even worse. We just need to collectively get together and realize that, yes, you are different from me, but we are still the same. Whether the color is the same, whether we have the same organs or not. And if you really think about it, humans are the only creatures on this planet that have a use for money. Dogs, cats, monkeys, all these other things don't need it. Why? Because we are the greatest resource. People think energy and lights and water, all those are resources. No. Me and you, even though I pointed to you, you and myself are the greatest resource because we go around using money, which is another resource. You can't actually eat money. It doesn't have any kind of intrinsic value. You use it as a supplement to go get other resources. And you work for that resource. You slave yourself to be able to provide and have an adequate amount of that resource to provide yourself with things that are beneficiary as humans. You need to be able to sleep. You need to be able to eat. You need to be able to drink water. But now it's like all of that shit's a necessity just as much as the internet is. When before, when the shit first came around, you weren't no damn body. You didn't get water pumped to your house. You didn't get lights. It wasn't a necessity. It was a privilege. I don't know. The world is just so fucking stupid. I'm ready to leave. I've always been ready to leave. Like, everybody thinks I'm depressed. No, I'm just fucking irritated. Because it's just like... And I tell myself, no matter how small my actions may be, they still count. They still go towards something. If I see somebody on the side of the street when I'm walking from work, if I have change, I'll give it to them. If I got some food from work and I see somebody that came in earlier, was asking for some food, I'll give it to them. Because I still have the means to be able to provide for myself. But other people have been systematically placed and have endured through so many different things to not be able to provide for themselves. Literally. Homelessness. Give them a home. But we can't give them a home because we're too busy wanting to make money. Think about it. Walmart's parking lot, the same size as the fucking apartment complex that I live in. So it's just like, what the fuck? That could have been places right there. We're clearing off all this land to create roads, to create cars, to have cars, to go through the city, just to be able to enjoy our surroundings, instead of being able to leisurely walk like they do in like downtown Tokyo or in East Germany. If we had adapted a walkable community, we would have never actually had cars. People would have actually had places to sleep. You could have just been able to give them a home. I know it seems kind of weird, like I pay my taxes, I have to do all this and blah, 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 whatnot, but that's just because they're making it that way for you to do so. We are being fed everything except for the things that we need to be fed. As a man, you are told to be strong, you're told to be a provider, and you are told to make money. As a female, you are told to be a homemaker, you're told to be an emotional being, and you're told to have kids. When you could limit yourself according to what they want you to limit yourself as, or you can free yourself and be much more, be whatever the fuck you want. It's a spiritual control system. They are literally turning down our frequency so we don't realize just how great and how powerful, not ourselves individually that we are, but as a whole. That thing that people pray to, that consciousness, that's all of us connected. That connectivity amongst the conscience, that's what the higher power is. And we are just many fragments. We are the micro to the macro. Does that, like, if you know these technical terms, then you know you'll get it. But if you don't, then inbox me, I'll explain it to you. Give you some verses, because people don't actually read the Bible. They listen to what is being taught and what is being told instead of actually reading it. And what's so crazy? The 4 horsemen isn't a bad thing. It really isn't. People think, Oh, war, famine, death, disease. Yeah, it sounds horrible, but if you're living your life the way you're supposed to and the way it was intended, then it's not a bad thing. You actually revere in it coming, and looking forward to it. Another thing, because I'm a Libra, the whole thing with Tiny and T.I., if you don't give us attention, we're going to go find it somewhere else. And we usually think twice before we actually make an irrational decision like that. Reactors, not initiators. I never initiate anything, but I damn sure won't back down. And I will react if need be. And you never know my reaction because I'm very indecisive. I'd be thinking about 10 different things and it just might work with number 8 instead of working with number 9. I don't know. People don't do things for no reason. People aren't having conversations by themselves. And I know as a Libra, anytime I got caught doing something I wasn't, it was because I purposely left it there so you can know, oh, I figured out your game and I played it better. But who knows? Anyways, have a good one. Bye.